So as it turns out, that was the last match to finish, last round as well, so this is actually still a daily, not a two-man. It's just the prizeless round 4, of which we're on the draw. Man, I'm kind of down right now. I really like this deck. I'd play it again. I enjoy this deck, unlike Zombies from last week. I do not like that deck. But this deck I'm actually a fan of. It feels like I got... the game I played very horribly in was against the White Auras deck. I don't think I played the best during rounds 1 and 3, but I was fairly happy with them. And for like... there was that one game that I lost with the bonfire that wasn't very fun. But I couldn't do anything about it, so that just kind of happens. I don't know what my opponent's playing. Probably Jund, something like that. Might as well leave open Dissipate, in case he wants to aristocrat me or something. I do not wish to cast Terminus at this time. Getting a Borderland Ranger seems worse than just leaving open Dissipate. Looks like he just drew a Bonfire, or had a stop during his draw step. Could be either one. I'm gonna think twice end of turn for a land. You got it. If I draw Terminus now, I'm gonna use it. Oh, drew my land at least. This land is no longer in his hand. What does he play post-combat? Because if he plays a... my odds of hitting a Terminus are pretty low. I'm just going to dig for a land. Please let me dig for a land. Okay. Sorry, when I clicked it, zoomed in, it didn't let me click it. I do not wish to cast Temporal Mastery at this time. Thank you for asking. And I didn't draw a land. I kind of want to leave open Dissipate, so I guess I'll just discard this Temporal Mastery. Yep, that's what I thought was going to happen. I feel good dissipating that, because if he had a Wolfear Silverheart, I think he would have played it last turn, because it does more damage than a Restoration Angel. And also dissipating there lets me not discard a card. Though discarding a Temporal Mastery is pretty bland. It really doesn't matter. If I draw a land, I'm dropping MTGO. If not, I might think twice during my turn. Try and draw a land. Though think twicing during your turn's pretty miserable. So he bonfired me for 2. We shouldn't do that one when Tamio was out. I think I like saving bonfire there, because my only win condition is basically entreat the angels. So he'll probably get to the point, since my deck's so grindy, he'll just get to the point where he can bonfire for 4 to kill all my angel tokens. So shocking me for 5 mana doesn't seem all that good, in my opinion. Just one man's opinion. What is this? Oh, Devil's Play? He might just try and burn me out. That's perfectly reasonable. Or another bonfire. Okay, for the 3. If he has Devil's Play, I'm in trouble. So I probably want to draw a Dissipate or something. Still not drawing a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can hit me for 6 with a Devil's Play. That's pretty much lethal. I probably should have think twice on my turn, so I could try and draw a... He's definitely looking for the Devil's Play, so I know what his plan is. Also, never mind about the think twice on my turn. I was thinking I could hit a land drop with it, but if he has the Devil's Play, I want to draw into Dissipate with this Apprentice. It's one of my only ways to deal with him. Speaking of drawing into a land, come on top deck. That's acceptable. It's like exactly the same thing as think twice at end of turn, but also lets me untap twice. And is pretty good with Tamio. Because I'll just tap down all his red mana. Still no? Because I'll just sacrifice this now instead of immediately next turn. That way if I draw a land I can Temporal Mastery again. I don't want to cast Entreat the Angels right now. I want to cast Terminus and have Tamio left over. Tapping his mountain is actually strictly worse than tapping his forest. And I drew my second Dissipate, so if he lets me Tamio Emblem, I can just have that up forever and eventually win, hopefully. It's hard to lose with Tamio. I haven't lost with Tamio Emblem yet, but that's not to say it isn't possible. It's probably my favorite card in this deck. You know what? Play my favorite card in this deck. It's got sweet art. It's from Kamigawa. Lets you combo out with mediocre cards like Alchemist Apprentice. It's just all around one of my favorite cards in this deck. And Emblem. No need to wait the extra turn for him to draw something. I kind of feel secure now. It's a nice feeling. This would only be better if I had 2 Dissipates. Unfortunately, I could only get the 1, so I have to make do, I guess. Have to make do with only 1 infinite Dissipate. The worst part about Tamio Emblem is that I no longer have a maximum hand size, so I can't discard cards that I don't need anymore and don't want to see in my hand. Like this second Entreat the Angels. Like, it's got good art, I suppose, but I just don't want to see a second copy in my hand. I could have tapped that with fairly low feedback, but I just want to think twice end of turn. Always, yes. Always yield. That's unfortunate, I guess. Oh man, I could do Evolving Wands combo too. I forgot that was a thing. I just get all the lands out of my deck. Yeah, well, this pate's gonna be hard to beat. I feel like this game's pretty much won. It's just a matter of time. take another damage. I want to leave up and double Dissipate for as long as possible. Next turn I can leave up and Dissipate and Feeling of Dread. Maybe I shouldn't got greedy with my Evolving Wilds and just played an island so I could tap it down, but it's only 1 damage. I don't really know how he beats me, honestly. I can't imagine a scenario where I tap out of Dissipate, or that he somehow accrues enough mana or cards to double Devil's Play me for 6. Because I don't think I'm going to go below 6 now. Okay, so I know why they don't have Time Warp in Standard anymore. It's probably because Tamiyo's kind of insane with Time Warp. Seems like the likely culprit. Yep, didn't do it. Didn't play the planes. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, it doesn't matter, I can do it anyway. I need to play this and treat the angels before I deck myself. But that's my only time constraint. Oh, there's a Devil's Play. Yep. I don't know, I didn't concede a while ago. Okay, 4-color nonsense. Like taking out the Sanctifiers, putting in some Dissipate, and another Entreat the Angels, instead of this Lone Revenant. Last time I took out a Dissipate or last time I took out a Ghost Quarter for Dissipate. I don't know if I want to do that again. Dissipate's probably better than Temporal Mastery, actually. Let's try that instead of lands. Temporal Mastery is a very niche card. It's good in certain situations, but not very good all elsewhere. Like anytime you draw it, you don't always want to play it because you don't get value out of it. And it's a very expensive card to get value out of. Like you have to already have a Tamiyo on the board, or have enough mana for a Think Twice or something like that. So it's kind of marginal, but it provides a lot of incremental advantage, and its miracle cost is so cheap that it's kind of worth playing. But I made the extra Entreat, I still have 7 cards worth of miracle in my deck. Yes, hand could be better, but 3 lands, 2 Terminus is fine by me. He went to 6, kept there. To draw just a bunch of lands in a row, because I have a bunch of late game cards. But not a lot else. Ooh, a Castle Front. And a very late Offense Pilgrim. This makes me think he's some sort of red spell. Yeah, like, he thought I would F6 or something. Which, this play, I mean, even if I'm gonna draw a miracle off it, like, guaranteed, I don't know, I don't really like that play. It doesn't do very much. Like, I F6'd at the end of one of his turns, or during my turn, and he looked, this guy F6'd. So I think he just wanted to try and get me with Pillar of Flame. But I don't actually care if this dies, so don't really know what his motivation there was. Does he have a Hunt Master now? because I do not have Dissipate open. Borderland Ranger. Borderland Ranger is more than fine. I don't want to crack Evolving Wilds again because I want to draw another land. Vessel's a good draw. I mean, it's pretty clear at this point I don't have anything. I'm just putting back his Evolving Wilds because I don't want to draw this Apprentice again. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to draw Evolving Wilds again, but I could be wrong. This Keswick Wolfram's going to be very annoying. Just makes it so I have to feeling of dread like all his guys. Is he just gonna... Okay, I thought he was gonna spend his turn wolf running, but... I guess he has a forest for Silverheart? No? No. Okay. Maybe he has a Restoration Angel. Yeah, that seems likely. And I think I'll dissipate it. Let's see the Restoration Angel. Oh hey, look at that. How surprising. I did not suspect that at all. If he wanted to resolve it, he should have played it during his main phase. Since he doesn't have a forest for Silverheart, there's no way he didn't want to resolve it. Or there's no way... Oh, he has a second one? It makes my Terminus much worse. Okay, he figured it out. So he gets his Borderland Ranger interaction. And I get the Terminus now. Though I think after I play one Dissipate, you can probably just play the second one during my turn. Since, I mean, it depends a lot on how the Miracle deck boards, I guess. But I only have 2 Dissipates. I have 3 right now. But I guess an average player would have like 2 to 0. I don't even know if 3 is right, is what I'm trying to say. Land-ho. Got a planes off that? It's kind of strange. What does he need double white for? I guess just in case his Pilgrim dies. Like, he's playing green, so I assume he's playing Silverheart, since it's the best green card in the format. As well as being one of the best cards in the format. So I can't imagine why he wouldn't just get a second green source, because I didn't think he had one. But apparently did. Mountain. I'll just keep this Borderland Ranger tapped down, because if I tap down this forest and he has another one, he can just play a Silverheart and kill my MTGO. I'm not going to think twice in a turn, because I want to draw a Miracle now. I don't want to just draw a land. Doesn't look like he has anything. Or if he does have something, it's like a Restoration Angel, which I'm not afraid of. Though that's kind of annoying, actually, because he'll get to attack with his Borderland Ranger and get another land. Enchanting... It's kind of strange. I thought he'd enchant like Swamp or something, since Forest is a bit more appropriate than a basic Swamp. Not a Miracle. That's okay. Also, I keep forgetting he has Wolf Run, but it hasn't been relevant yet. I could run out this Entreat for 2, but I'd rather just wait and play defensively. Like, if Tamiya ultimates, I don't have to play I still play defensively, but I don't lose anything for doing so. I could have think twice for Dissipate there, but I'm more likely to draw Terminus off Dissipate, and Terminus also gets the Borderland Ranger, so that's what I'm going for at end of turn. Also hitting a Terminus, or no, not Terminus, a Andrew Dissipate. well. Drawing a, what's it, Time Walk? I can't remember what it's called right now. Temporal Mastery? That would have been very good as well. Because I could just ultimate Tamio. Draw Bonfire? That would suck. Well, I'd have to dissipate it, basically. Because my Tamio's at 8, and I don't want him to kill it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has to spend all his mana to do so. And it's probably worth it. Why is this blue? Yeah, okay, so I get to Time Walk him. I will take that bargain. I'll even think twice before I Feeling of Dread his guy. Actually, yeah, that's right. I can Crippling Chill it, but then if I draw the Miracle, it's like, yeah, I probably should have Crippling Chilled. Yeah, now I'm just Crippling Chilling anyway. Yeah, I'll figure out how to play Magic one of these days. It's kind of a waste of a Crippling Chill. But now I guess I just ultimate Tamio and try not to lose. It's kind of hard to lose when you've ultimated Tamio. I don't know if you guys have witnessed that yet. Wow, I'd love to get Terminus back. Why, thank you for asking. I don't have Dissipate anymore, though. Yeah, I could have played this like a Apprentice again instead of leaving with wow, I can't speak. Instead of leaving up and Feeling of Dread, I could have just played this Apprentice again. It's probably a much better play. Because what does Feeling of Dread do against an empty board? Nothing. I can start Ghost Courting him. Ghost Quarter Tamio seems kind of sweet. Card plus Tamio seems kind of sweet. Two mana draw card. It's inefficient. Oh. This. Why would you bring in Purify the Grave against a Miracle deck? On the off chance they ultimate Tamio? Like, really? I mean, he won a win before then, but okay. He got me, I guess. I'm not even mad about that. Like, this could be a Bonfire or Silver Art or something. As is, like, if you're trying to stop a Tamio ultimate from going out of hand, you're gonna fail miserably. That's just, like, kind of how I see it. And since it's like, the only use of Purify the Grave is Think Twice and Tamio ultimate, and I guess Feeling of Dread, it seems not worth it at all. What is this? Devil's Play? I don't want to deal with Devil's Play. I'm out of Dissipates. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 plus 6 is 14, so you can get me down to 1. Which is pretty close to 0. But you should probably do the math and just wait a turn. This is a Bonfire? This looks like a Bonfire. He's untapped too many times for it to be anything else. He should just go to combat first, wait and see if I tap his guy, and if I don't, Keswick Wolf run it. But he's not doing that for some reason. I wonder if I can start Ghost Courting him now. It seems like an entertaining thing to do. Yeah, he got my Feeling of Dread. I wonder how I'll get another one of those. Well, I could draw one, or I could just have one in my hand. Yeah, might as well start ghost courting him now. I'm pretty sure he won't run out of lands anytime soon, but I don't really need any more mana. And I don't have any more cards to play. I should have, that was wrong. I should have left over the plains and played my Entreat the Angels. I'm just not used to everything I'm playing have no opportunity cost. If he's a Devil's Play, I'm pretty dead. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Plus an Evolving Wild to give him back. So he has some number of lands left in his deck, probably around 10. So the Ghost Quarter doesn't seem like it's doing a whole lot. Like, I can probably keep him off of triple red, but at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like he can just kill me without it. So I'll go for the Entreat the Angels kill. Leave open enough mana for... So if he plays Restoration Angel and then Bonfires, he can kill me. So I guess I'll leave open mana for that. In case he has the Restoration Angel in hand and draws Bonfire. It could happen. You never know. Might as well try and play around it. I lose out an Angel to maybe stop losing the game. This might be Bonfire. I mean, Devil's Play. But it's definitely Devil's Play. Oh no. I need to draw something really good. Like, even Tamio would be fine, because then I can try and draw Dissipate. Crippling Chill's probably not going to do it. If I had to guess. I can try to maximize my chances of drawing Dissipate by Ghost Quartering my own land and Evolving Wilds. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. I can cast Temporal Mastery. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. So let's try Crippling Chilling my guy, because it seems like the only way I'm going to get use out of it. I probably should tap blue mana. There's an Alchemist's Apprentice, so I could... No, I got Crippling Chill back. So I could try to draw Dissipate. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. Okay, so now he's just dead. Neat. That was a close game. Closer than I would have liked. Yeah, okay. I don't really like how my opponent played, but can't really criticize this. But I got to play 4 rounds of a daily at least, even though I went 2-2 and didn't cash. I still like this deck a lot. I'd recommend it still. I didn't get to play against Boros, but it seems like that deck's on decline anyway for some reason, so might be the Miracle deck's the next best thing to pick up, because I haven't played the Miracle matchup against Boros, but I've heard that it's really bad, which is why Miracles fell out of favor. But now that Boros is seeming to take a backseat to swamp, forest, mountain, plains, you can probably just jam Miracles and try and get away with it. Granted, this deck is fairly expensive for a block deck. Like, you have Tamios and all these mythics, like Entreat the Angels, Temporal Mastery, Terminus. So it's not a budget option, but it's really fun to play. Like, you get to Tamio off, and every time you Tamio Emblem, it's like the best game in the world. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the deck.